What's up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another VOD review. Today with our first VOD review of patch 15.5. So if you're watching this, 15.5 is probably out in your region because I'm going to drop it morning and anytime. And then if you're anything before that, future past time zone wise, then it should already be out your time because I'm watching it on the Taiwanese server right now. So we're watching Haruru sitting about 1k LP on the Taiwanese server. One of my favorite players to watch when a new patch drops because this guy always turns on stream right when the new patch comes out. And he's also trying some new stuff. I think Haruru is someone who is very open to just being like, you know what? Okay, I see something that got buffed or got, well, if you get nerfed, you're probably not going to play it. But I see something that got buffed. I am going to try it out on the new patch. And the first big thing that we have to talk about that got changed in this patch is monster trainers. So if you guys didn't read the patch notes, I'll have the link in the description down below. But monster trainers got changed pretty significantly, where now they no longer scale across the course of the game. It used to be they would stack up this XP, level up. Now they're just one baseline power level of monster trainer, which means they're going to be a lot stronger in the early game, and then obviously like level off a little bit. You know, they're not going to peak as high. So first augment here, you know, fully adapted is a fun one with the Garen idea, but you know, we've seen this before and it's done well, but I don't know about that. I mean, I don't really like Clear Mind very much, nor do I like Keepers, so I would kind of be looking at fully adapted here. But Haruru sees a really fun option that last patch, this would be an untakeable option. You would never want to take this this duplicator here and double dupe, but now that this unit is actually a real unit, is actually kind of strong, we are actually going to double dupe our Kog'Maw. We're going to throw power up here that is AS. Oh wait, that's max. Oh, wow. Wait, I think this one's actually rated very low by people. This is max speed. It's called gain 15% AS, and then every 3 takedowns gain 1% more. I remember Dish Soap complaining about how bad this one was. I'm kind of surprised that he takes it, actually. But, I mean, we'll see. It does kind of give you that scaling idea back, which is funny. We also level up here, and we're even going to make the QSS slam here. So really playing for the early game with, obviously, our double dupe here. The upside with the double dupe is, obviously, we are pretty decently strong now that these you know, early game units actually do something, and we have a ton of gold. I mean, it's gold subscription is the portal, so everyone in this lobby is gonna have a decent amount of gold, but we have like a lot of gold here from the you know, the dupes that the gold that comes along with the dupes. So yeah, this is going to be our game plan here. We don't necessarily have to play Kogmaw Reroll, but we could as well. So we'll see what the full-on game plan is from Haruru here. But I mean, one of the things I will say is, yeah, this Kogmaw unit looks a lot better just from 2-1. I know because I literally had a game on last patch or the one before where I did this. I was like, oh, it'll be good to stack Kog'Maw early. I'm going to double dupe him. And I legit lost every fight with like a Kog'Maw 2 with, I think, an item slammed onto him with a power-up. This unit early game just used to do absolutely nothing, and now actually does something. So it's cool that you can actually play around these units in the early game, and obviously you can still reroll them. One of the things that I'm kind of interested about is if Haruru does the monster trainer toggling thing, because as far as I understand, that wasn't mentioned in the patch notes. If you guys aren't aware, on last patch, a lot of people were doing this thing where they would, you know, if you're playing Kog'Maw Reroll and you're holding a bunch of Kog'Maws, they would actually take Kog'Maw out, put in a different monster trainer, so like put Rammus in, and then roll down, because there would actually still be 18 Rammuses in the pool, even though, you know, Kog'Maw-wise, there would be like maybe 6 out, you know, depending on how many you have there. They didn't mention in the patch notes that they fixed this. I mean, to be fair, Riot Games has said before that this was already fixed. Also, is it really not Bastion here? I'm kind of surprised we don't just play 2 Bastion here. Instead, we're just gonna go on all of the protectors that we can, but okay. But yeah, according to Riot Games, it was fixed, but a lot of high elo players were doing it last patch, so I think the consensus of the high elo community was it was not fixed last patch, and it's not in the bug fixes in this patch, so I'm going to assume that it's still in the game until I hear differently. You know, Mortdog, if you're watching this video, can you please reply down below and tell me the current state of it? Also, kind of hilarious, yeah, this guy, Time Skip, has a Schmolder too. Didn't even get dupes, actually, which is kind of hilarious. Also, wow, look at this play here from Haruru. I love this here. We're on a 4 streak. Our board's kind of trash. why not roll once here? I mean, we're rolling on level 5, which is obviously not the best level to roll for a Kog'Maw, but you just need to hit something to spike your board, and we actually hit this set here. Now we have 2 Protector, 2 Jug in here, and this is going to be our setup. Also, I mean, this does mean that he was really just not at all interested in playing the 2 Bastion, 2 Protector setup. He really just thinks that's not strong enough, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. So our 5 streak is secured. I mean, I will say, after the changes this patch, I mean, Kog'Maw looks a lot better. Like, this guy, yeah, you never in a million years would have 5 streaked with him last patch. All right, sword dropped here. Ideally, it's a Smojin or even, you know, like a Giant Slayer, something like that, or nothing, and we can just make a Warmogs here. We do have this Cloak, but I don't think you're going to want to make Evan's Shroud here, so... Or we're just going to level for the Janna 2. We do have 4 Protectors, so that must go onto the board. And then we're just going to play another Protector. Yeah, I mean, this makes perfect sense. And oh, wow, he full reforged the Cloak there, saying, wow, I'm kind of surprised by that, but his thought was just like, I want something that I can slam here. I thought it was just going to be, you know, Cloak for some kind of tank item. Sword, once again, like, if we're playing Kog'Maws, I mean, it's actually interesting. I'm very interested in, wow, we get cleared by the Schmolder here, looking very good as well. I'm interested to see what we build here item-wise, and you could even take a Radiant Refactor here and look for, ooh, this could allow you to dig for Radiant GS. I mean, Radiant GS after the buffs is the most broken Radiant item. They just kind of decided to buff this one, and oh, we do get it. I mean, it must be right. It must be Radiant GS. It's just an overstated item after the buffs to GS last patch. So we're certainly going to play that here. So it makes sense, and it is interesting. I mean, Kog'Maw, you know, he's no longer this kind of ultra scaling style unit where, you know, you want to play for these super long fights, because like now that I was gonna go pull up the changes, but yeah, he no longer gains that stacking 15% attack speed or that extra 15% attack speed on every single cast. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I mean, you still gain you do gain the regular, yeah, you do gain the regular stacking attack speed. It's just less so. We'll see. Actually, he's still a scaling unit, right? The way it is going to read now is that, you know, on cast, gain 50% attack speed for the rest of combat, and he has the extra magic damage on hit, and then he doesn't get, you know, the extra AP for monster trainer levels. So yeah, kind of interesting. But before, you know, he could scale up to be infinite range. They actually buffed his range up in the patch. He went from 4 to 5 range. So kind of to give you a little bit of a compensation for the fact that he can't be like, you know, infinite range Kog'Maw, which, I don't know. It was a cool idea. I think they just never really got it to work out in a kind of balanceable way. I mean, it's hard, right? With threats, like, you want these units to be able to, you know, throw them on your board whenever, but I mean, that's obviously counteracted by the fact that they were like trainer type units where you wanted to have them in early. So makes sense. I mean, we are, I will say, hitting very nicely on the Kog'Maws here. We're also playing the Protector version for now, but I mean, I've seen very many versions, and we're holding all these different versions. We're holding the Bastions on our bench here in case we hit like a Swain 2. You can really play dealer's choice frontline with these guys. You know, you can play, I think Protector Kog'Maw was kind of always the default idea, and Nico did get buffed up this patch, but Swain got an interesting change this patch as well. So I'm interested to see what line we go in. Wow, actually, it's just, and we do find the Swain 2 here, and so now we're going to start pivoting into more of a instead of vertical Protector, it looks like our dream is going to be to play vertical Bastions here. I mean, yeah, so Swain got another change here. Oh, what is that? That's that's pure heart, right? Oh, I thought I saw 18%. I think I'm just blind. 1 and 60%. I don't know what this is. Let me look this up. And this is obviously Colossal. This is obviously Spiky Shell. 1 and 60%. Oh, it's the dummy one, right? It's the dummy one. When it dies, summon a dummy. Well, we'll see here if it dies. Then I can make sure. If not, I'll look it up. But I think, because isn't this the one I'm pretty sure in literally the last video I got tripped up on this one. I was like, what is 160%? And then it was the dummy one. Please kill the Swain. I need to know. Yes. Oh my God. I'm such a beast. I'm such a beast at understanding TFT language. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So Swain received this interesting change where his initial heal got nerfed a little bit, but his extra heals after that got buffed up. So if you're playing for a super long fight with Swain, he's actually, you know, buffed pretty significantly. So I think, it makes a lot of sense to play around the Swain here. Like I said, Nico also got a buff as well. So, I think you could go either way, but looks like it's the opinion of Haruru here that you would prefer to play for the Swain here. Wow, actually, maybe not. I don't know. He's actually going to pivot back into protectors here because he saw the Cassandre here. I mean, I love the flex play here. Also, really trying to figure out what he wants itemization-wise here. In the past, Guinsoo was okay on Kog'Maw, but not amazing on him. All right, last augment here. I still haven't seen, I don't think Control F, Evil Beyond. No, there's still not a bug fix in the patch notes for Evil Beyond measure. So this augment, once again, as far as I understand it, is still bugged. Big Friend, I mean, I don't know. I don't like Big Friend that much. I mean, I guess I would take the Rod here and just make like a Death Cap, give Kog'Maw some AP to play with. Death Cap TG, something like that. But we'll see. He does take the Rod here, and he's gonna full reforge the bow. Actually, gets Sword. Interestingly enough, so now he's gonna make a JG. Oh, and a Morello. Okay. I mean, you need heal cut on this board, so he doesn't want to make the death cap for the fact that you're going to lose that heal cut. And also the upside is we have the extra crit from Quicksilver, so the JG will help scale that up a bit. So makes sense. Yeah, and then maybe he just evaluates that we have enough AP in a spot like this, even though Kog'Maw is not getting the AP anymore. So kind of funny. Yeah, we pivoted into Protector version. We pivoted into Bastion version, then pivoted back into Protector version. Now we're gonna level up here, get the Varus onto the board here, and oh wow, yeah, just full slam the IE for Varus. I mean, this is another nice thing about this item setup is that now we get to itemize for Varus. Obviously, we have no sniper in for him, but he does have the Wraith in, which is kind of nice, and we can look at just pushing levels from this spot. So interesting setup. Okay. Lose to a pretty cracked Karma board. Radiant Blue is Radiant mana generation in general. I mean, Mana Mazane is kind of a fake Radiant mana generation item. Like there's just those type of items are so good onto Karma. I imagine we want tank item here, right? We're getting kind of low on tankiness here after making those items. So like a 5+ cloak sounds great to me to pair up with the Giant's belt here. So yeah, I think this makes perfect sense. This is our spot. By the way, you see him keep moving the Janna up on a third row, and you might be like, well, why is he doing that? Does her cast range matter or something? No, he just wants her to be in a spot where she's gonna proc Protector shield before Kog'Maw dies. The worst thing that can happen when you are playing, and oh my god, this is actually really smart positioning here. The idea being, if you put a ranged unit in the middle of the board, it will block Caitlyn ults, because this unit will sit here and then always block this Caitlyn ult. Really smart stuff, actually. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. It might, yeah, it's gonna be enough to win the fight. Oh my god, with the power up onto Cassandre here, getting the CC onto the entire board. Oh my god, that was actually so sick from him. Really nice positioning, actually. And still, it goes with that idea of, you want Janna to, proc her Protector shield before this Kog'Maw dies. The worst thing that can happen is Kog'Maw takes aggro before Janna dies, and then Janna dies, and her Protector shield doesn't end up doing anything. So that's the idea between putting her third row. She's always going to take damage before this Kog'Maw and then shield up and make him tankier. So makes some sense in this spot. So yeah. Also, my kitty is going crazy behind me, but you guys can't see her. Sorry. I'll need to get. I should get like literally just a second cam and just have a kitty cam and swap. I mean, yeah. Okay. Can somebody? No, yeah, okay. We're holding on to Jarvan here for the strategist in. Strategist obviously nice onto this board here. Pop Anvil here just to take some tank items, and yep, there we go. Gargoyle plus the Dragon's Claw here. Is this patch going to be necessarily? I mean, Yuumi got buffed up a bit. I mean, he's scouted in the lobby and it doesn't look that AP heavy, but I mean, we had to make it, so not completely ideal, but we can live with it. This guy, level 9, found Varus 2, found Cassandre 2. I mean, it would be amazing if we could win this fight so that we could get these Cassandres back in the pool, but it is not looking good for us to win there. But still, I mean, we're 73 HP. We're pretty low cap here. Also, just doing a scout here to see how many Cassandres are actually out here. I mean, we see that guy with 3 out, so that's obviously annoying for us. Gonna roll down a bit. Yeah, gonna play the draw. He threw the Ziggs in for a second. I was like, what? I mean, yes, it's the crew, but I think you would much rather play Jarvan than the crew. This guy also holding a couple of Cassandres, so that's 5 out without ours, 6 out with ours. So we're trying to find 2 out of the next 4. Pretty tough here, though. Hopefully, we can win this fight. We don't actually win. Yikes. I mean, we saved a lot of HP early, but this is the new kind of power curve of these comps. So it's good to watch this and feel it out. You do really want to be win streaking early with these guys because they're going to be strong early and then fall off late game. So It's interesting to watch here, and you really feel the falling off here when we are stuck on K'Sante 1 as our front line here. It's funny, I mean, you would think, you know, Nico 2 would be better, but then you realize that K'Sante is a unit in the game, and this guy just tanks infinitely. So, lose to a Caitlyn board as well. 3 loss here. It's getting a little spicy. The upside is we have a big HP lead, but we would really like to start winning some fights here. The strat +1 wouldn't have even been too bad here, just because we basically have everybody itemized at this point. I mean, what are we going to take here? Hodge, that's going to go into... I mean, we do need third item onto Varus, I guess, so that's not nothing here, and it is going to be Hodge there. Going to roll down here. Missing a lot of Nikos, which is so sad that we, you know, we gave up on... I mean... I would say gave up on the Nico dream, but was there ever a Nico dream in the first place? And oh, to add insult to injury, on our last roll, we find K'Sante with not enough gold to buy him. Oh my god. All right, rotate into this crew guy with, I mean, Pris Ticket, but that is a scary crew board as well. I mean, this lobby has spiked here. K'Sante is still tanking it pretty nicely, and we're getting a lot of kills here. Wait, hold the phone. Oh my god, we won this fight. That is actually huge there, and I mean, that looked like a... Let's actually look at this crew board really quick, because I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I guess I can't tell what power ups they are. Obviously, they're down the Priz, but I mean, they've hit everything. They pushed level 8. They have no Twisted Fate. They're playing a random Rel on their board. Okay, maybe this is not the best board of all time, but okay, not too bad of a win, though. I think we're definitely going to take those. We also pick up the Rise and now swap him in. Just a better unit on this board, as I've talked about before. Just getting the mentorship bonus onto your entire board is really, really nice, especially on a unit like Kog'Maw with a lot of attack speed. All that attack speed means extra mana on attack from the Rise mentor bonus, so very nice. All right, rotate into this guy again. Pretty rough, though. Honestly, the fight RNG looked decent this time, but we still get sniped out here. I wonder if Varus is a little bit back in the meta now that, you know, it felt like it was really tough to play him into all these melee carries, but Viego got nerfed a little bit. Darius can no longer see Fusion Dance, so that's like a bit of a nerf for him as well. So, you know, maybe Varus is back. I definitely felt like last patch, it felt really hard for you to beat those kind of boards with these huge melee carries with Varus. But all right, we are going to have to roll next round, whether we like it or not here. Going to pray that we can find some K'Santes here. Going to take Shojin here for the Varus. I don't know what that's going to mean as far as, are we going to move Morello here? I mean, okay, we're sending it here, hoping to find something, and we find just absolutely nothing. Oh, it's Shojin Kog? Oh, Shojin GS JG here, then move. Okay, so move the Morello over here, and then move the QSS over to Varus. Okay, that actually is a very good point. I like that a lot, though. What I don't like is that we just got absolutely cleared by Sorks here. We did have an HP lead, so it's a top 3. All right, top 3 here. Kind of crazy. I mean, that was 6-1. 3 people died all the way into the top 2 here. But a cool game from Haruru. I mean, I feel like I learned a lot about the kind of power curve of these new monster trainers. Really, really strong early. We win streaked really hard, but definitely fall off a lot harder late game. So you have to play accordingly. So interesting game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Medify. I'm the links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, as always.